Nigeria is seeking $1 billion so work can continue on a gas pipeline costing up to $2.8 billion after Chinese lenders failed to disburse cash as quickly as expected. China developed cold feet after they pledged to offer most of the funds. It is the latest sign of failing Chinese financial support for infrastructure projects across Africa after years of major Chinese lending for railway, energy, and other projects. A spokesman for state oil company NNPC, which is building the 614-kilometer, 384 miles Ajakuta Kaduna Kano AKK pipeline, said it was still negotiating with the Chinese lenders, Bank of China and Sinosure to cover $1.8 billion of the project cost. There's no cause for alarm, the spokesman said, without saying whether NNPC was turning to other lenders. But the three sources told Reuters the company was now approaching others, including export and import institutions, to continue the work on the pipeline that will run through the middle of the West African country to its northern economic hub, Kano. Chinese lenders had originally been lined up to fund the bulk of the estimated $2.5 billion to $2.8 billion cost of the project, which is central to President Muhammadu Buhari's plan to develop gas resources and boost development in northern Nigeria. NNPC, which was funding 50%, said last year it had used its own funds to start construction. The sources said the Chinese lenders would not agree to disburse the cash NNPC had expected by the end of the summer, prompting it to turn to others. They are looking at Nigeria as one loan, and right now they feel they are too exposed, one source said. Bank of China said it would not comment on specific deals. Sinosure did not respond to a request for comment. The Nigerian Ministries of Transport, Finance and Petroleum also did not respond to requests for comment. Chinese bank lending to African infrastructure projects has fallen across the continent from $11 billion in 2017 to $3.3 billion in 2020, a Baker McKenzie report said in April. With the continent facing the estimated annual $100 billion infrastructure investment deficit, the loss of Chinese funding leaves a big gap to fill. Nigeria began building the AKK pipeline in June 2020, saying it would help generate 3.6 gigawatts of power and support gas-based industries along the route. The project was to be funded under a debt equity financing model backed by sovereign guarantee and repaid through the pipeline transmission tariff. NNPC awarded engineering and construction work along three sections of the pipeline to Oando Oil Serv, China First Highway Engineering Company, Brentex Petroleum Services, and China Petroleum Pipeline Bureau. Transportation Minister Rotimi Amechi said this month Nigeria was negotiating a mix of loans from Chinese and European lenders to fund railway projects after the media report. This was after reports Nigeria had initially planned to rely primarily on Chinese banks. As at March 2021, Nigeria had borrowed $3.7 billion from China, out of which it had paid back about $500 million, leaving a balance of $3.2 billion. It is not only the AKK gas project that China has developed cold legs in funding. It is also holding its funds from going to Nigeria ICT Infrastructural Backbone Project Phase 2. The project in 2018 was to cost $2.3 billion, with China fully funding it. But till now, no dime has been disbursed 3 years after. China loans only make up 10% of Nigeria's total indebtedness, estimated at $32 billion by the Debt Management Agency. The World Bank, IMF, and development banks account for 54.7% of the debt. Bilateral loans, including from China, are about 12.4%. Euro and diaspora bonds are about 24%. So we know China, they are the ones President Muhammad Buhari normally runs to get loan, get this loan, get that loan. Right now, they are developing cold feet. They are reluctant to lend money to Nigeria. Believes the country is overexposed. Hmm. It's a terrible situation. And this was what Governor Godwin Obaseki was talking about earlier on in the year when he raised alarm that presidency was printing money to share. And his own position was that it's killing the economy, because he was even talking about borrowing. When you borrow and you don't have any means to pay back, you just keep borrowing. And he made an instance using like families that borrow money and they don't have any means, they don't have anything to pay back, that they just keep borrowing. That is the situation of Nigeria. And China has looked at it that Nigeria is borrowing and borrowing and borrowing. How are they going to pay back? What have they put in place? Nothing. The economy is even going down. It's crumbling because of President Muhammad Buhari's bad government. Even adding up that agitations are rising, the calls for breakup, that the country should separate. Who knows? Maybe those are all of the things that they are considering. They are putting all of those things together and weighing their options. If this country divides, if it breaks, how are the payments going to come back to them? How is their money going to come back to them? Before you say, Jack, they've borrowed, they don't even think before they borrow. They keep borrowing and borrowing. And the most painful part is that all of these borrowings that they are engaging in, if they're actually using these monies to really make changes, none of that. But they just give them some names that they are constructing this year, constructing that. It's very painful that after borrowing this huge amount, then corruption sets in. The ones that want to start bribing and all sorts, diverting of the funds. Even Ganduje, recall the other time where the dollar video surfaced. What was that dollar video all about? Construction workers. He was getting bribed from them. And when you get bribed from construction workers, construction companies, it means that you're telling them that they don't have to do very good job. They should just do it anyhow, and they will be sorted. The project is still going to be commissioned. It will be approved that they've done everything and all of that. Is dawning on President Muhammad Buhari right now that China, who we normally run to, come and borrow us this, come and borrow us that, they are developing cold feet now. And it's it's not like we are not still in debt. So the country is still owing the debt that Goodluck Jonathan left for the country. Rather than President Muhammad Buhari reducing it, President Muhammad Buhari's administration has increased it beyond measure. It's very painful. Well, guys, let's hear your thought down below in the comment section. China, they are reluctant to lend more money to Nigeria as they believe the country is overexposed. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.